Not a happy farmer. Morning all, and welcome to wildlife walk number 4 with me, Country Gent. This morning we're on my local patch here in West Suffolk of the villages of Chedburgh and Chevington. It's a 3.5 mile circuit. It's a fabulous walk, plenty to see and quite varied. But here we are, we're back out for a wildlife walk, and what a super day. The sun is shining. I'm hoping it's going to be a nice morning with plenty to see. Now let's see how we get on. We're at the back of Vendor's farm. It's got a few industrial units in there and a stable yard. So we're about to go through the hedge. Last summer this back field was laid to barley, and it looked super in the evening time. It was lovely, backlit by the sun, looked terrific. You can see immediately in the distance there's an obelisk at Chedburgh Park. You know, the walk we did last time. Now this scrub area that we're approaching was very active in the Second World War. It was all a part of RAF Chedburgh. There was Lancaster bombers stationed here, and the airfield is just over the opposite side of the village to where we are now. But this scrubland that's now been taken back by nature, so there's some remains of the service huts. So there's the obelisk in the distance. That's at Chedburgh Park. Quite a few molehills here, quite fresh as well. And a strong smell of fox. These old farm buildings lives a tawny owl, and I'm pretty certain a barn owl. I've seen the barn owl quite a few evenings now, but during last summer I came across here, and the tawny owl gets out and he sits at the top of the apex of the roof, and he looks out waiting for night to fall. So go through this opening and swing around to the right, and there you see the old farm buildings. But back in the summer, between those two little upright posts, sits the tawny owl waiting for night to fall and watching anyone that goes past. And there he is, sitting there, keeping an eye out. What a lovely sight. Not very often you get to see tawny owl, because they are quite secretive. So that's one nice little treasure we have on this patch. But it's lovely being up there this morning. What a view. We'll just pop out here because we're at quite a high point here in Suffolk. In fact, the next village along Depton is the highest village in Suffolk. So all this grazing now is part of the Grove Stud. at Chevington. Across there I've recently put up an owl box, but I'm just wondering if it might have been a bit better to put it straight. Well, there hasn't been a lot of wildlife to see at the moment, but it's still a lovely walk anyway. I'm sure it will pick up as we go round. Got some Munjac tracks along here. There we are. Little Munjac. Greenfinches. Hear them, can't see them. Just as you go through this gap, look across to the left. There's a lovely house across there. Lovely little house. I could really see myself living in it. So there it is. What a beautiful house. Could really see myself living in there. Out in the Suffolk countryside, middle of nowhere. Sitting on a terrace with a cup of tea, watching the wildlife go by. We've got some of the last few gates to go through now. Oh dear, made it. This is a real little odd bit, this. You feel like you're in someone's garden, which we probably are. And it just so happens the footpath passes through it. There's a lovely pond here, and it's still frozen over. I can hear goldfinches. Great spotted woodpecker. I thought I heard him drumming on a tree trunk a little while back, but couldn't quite pick it up. Yeah, drumming. Woodpeckers drumming in the early spring is all a part of the courtship and the display. Up there somewhere. Ah, there he is. So this is our last gate, thankfully, because I'm struggling with these catches this morning. Oh, that was a quick one. And we've got ourselves a sparrowhawk. That'll be the female. Oh, super in the sun there. Sparrowhawk, that's my number one. See what you can find when you get yourself out there. So we're just about to cross one of the roads at Chevington, and then we'll be heading towards Chevington Church, and there we are. We're now going to step out onto the road and turn immediately right down towards Chevington Church. Church Road and Farrows Close. But this road doesn't really take you anywhere, only onto the estate of Ickwood Park. Beautiful little dunnock singing his heart out. Signs of early spring. So a bit further along this lane, Chevington Church comes into view. A eucalyptus someone's put in their garden. I've got a story about a eucalyptus tree, but we'll save that for another day. So this is where the public road ends, but we're just going to pop in here and have a little look at the churchyard. And there we are, All Saints Church, Chevington. Just seen a couple of buzzards, and I can hear them as well. Common buzzard. I remember back 30 years, common buzzard would have been a rare sight outside of the big forests and mountainous areas, and now they're a part of the whole of the country, and it's still great to see. And there he goes again. At the moment there's not a great deal of greenery to show you, plants and obviously insects wise. We're right in midwinter. What a super day to be out there. Anyway, it's no good sitting here, this won't find you any wildlife. In this part of Suffolk we're not far from the military bases of Lakenheath and Mildenhall. There's a real nice nature reserve, RSPB Lakenheath Fen, and its speciality species is the golden oriole, and also there is one on the east coast of Suffolk, which is really the mecca of the county, and that's RSPB Minsmere. So having said giving reserves a rest, that is a must go to, so we'll be checking that one out later in the year. There's the local farmer up here. Looks like he's tending to his machinery. That looks like a sprayer he's got on the back there. But perhaps he's either going on the field or he's just come off and he's giving it a clean. Not a happy farmer. Something's gone wrong with the mechanism on the back of his machinery there. He's got about 15 minutes work to do and he'll be finished. That's not 15 minutes fixing it. Don't know how long that's going to take. And I don't think he knows either. That can be annoying. 15 minutes to go and your day's done. But our day isn't done, because there's the buzzard again. So these cottages here have a lovely view across the countryside. I bet they're seeing deer all the time out there. There's poor Mr. Farmer Man, still swinging his spanners around. Oh, here comes the big hammer. That's it. Yeah, that's it, fixed. That's it. The big hammer's come out. He'll be up and running in no time. It doesn't feel like there's been much to bring to you today. I see the water splashing up on that little branch. Turn it into a nice icicle. First signs of lords and ladies coming up. The one with the lovely spear of red berries and green leaves. So we're now halfway up Queen's Lane. We go through this opening in the hedge, which picks up the public footpath, head back towards the start. Nice yellow hammer. I've not seen this before. I mean, in the summer this is thick and you can't get in here. But now it's all died back. You can see the remains of some of the buildings from the airbase. I didn't know this little pond was here either. Not seen that before. So obviously this was a building of some sort. Had the moss as well taken over. Anyway, that was interesting. This field we're just coming into now, last year was a field of lucerne, a lovely purple flower that's used for animal feed in the winter time. But they didn't harvest it, it was just left. So there we are then, getting towards the end of walk number 4 with me, Country Gent. Hope you've enjoyed it. It's been quite a bit to see after all. I wasn't too sure to start with, but it's been okay. So stay tuned for the next one. I don't know where it will be just yet, but I shall be out there. In the meantime, make sure you get yourself out there. Thanks for watching. See you next time.